one leg over. Right. All right, so here we see Peter, and we're starting out our session tonight with some mobility first before we go into dynamic warm-up. So with the mobility exercises, he's doing the pigeon pose. So he takes one leg over the heel of he was in all fours position, and now he's getting a real good stretch on hip and glute on this side. All right, Peter, switch it. So you see him go back to all fours, leg over, reach it back, goes down onto his forearms as if he's doing a pillar bridge, and you see now the right leg is kind of folded underneath him, lying flat, and now he's getting a good stretch to the right hip and the right glute. All right, Peter, let's go into that kneeling stretch. So one foot up, foot right underneath the knee, hands on that front thigh, and push your hips towards the wall forward. So he's getting ankle mobility on the left ankle and hip flexor stretch on the right hip. All right, now that you're there, try to tighten and relax that right glute, because it's a reciprocal inhibition, it's called. When you tighten the glute, the hip flexor has to relax, so it creates a good stretch on the hip flexor. Okay, switch feet. Hip flexors quite often get very tight because we spend a lot of time in our everyday life sitting, reading, driving, computer work. So stretching out the hip flexor will help protect the health of your lumbar spine, your low back. All right, Peter, the next one we're going to do is the seated position. One leg back into a hurdler stretch. You know, the one where you're going to... Good. Hurdler stretch left leg, sole of the right foot against that quad, down onto his right forearm, and I'm going to give him a little traction. So bring your hand more towards me, like we're going to shake hands. So I take Peter's arm, and I gently just lean back with it a little bit. So you can see now he's getting traction from the shoulder, through the rib cage, all the way into the left hip flexor and left quad. Good, let's switch legs. Find that if you don't keep the mobility joints mobile, ankles, hips, thoracic spine, shoulders, the stability joints above or below it start to pay for it. So you wake up with pain in your neck or your low back that really has to do with tight hips or shoulders. Good. Last one is lying on your side, the pretzel. So you almost turn yourself into a pretzel. Take your right hand, grab your left foot. That's it. So you can do like a quad stretch lying down. Now lie down onto your left shoulder. Lie down. Good. Bring that right knee over and put it on the floor here. Good. Left hand. So you're going to pull up on this hamstring. So actually pull on that. Pull up on the hamstring, pull up on the foot, and try to open your right shoulder to the ceiling. Very good rotational stretch. Low